Hello, friends. Welcome to Coding Garden with CJ. Welcome to a chill stream. We might not actually write that much code today. We're really just going to be talking about all the things that need to happen on this channel. I'll be looking at some pull requests. A ton have come in on the Coding Garden GitHub organization. Yeah, there we go. Andrew has already shared a link to one. Dr. Vim. That's too many bits, Dr. Vim. Dr. Vim, you're at the top right now with 5,560 bits. I appreciate you, but that's a lot. Also, can we get a shout out to Alka for making the new clap emote? Those are literally my hands. Those are literally my hands in that emote. So that's great. But yeah, and as you might have noticed, I'm actually in the just chatting category. We're not in science and tech. Yeah, I have multiple hydrates to redeem. Here we go. I'm going to open up a limoncello liqueur. That one's for Murdoch. And this one's for, who was that? Dr. Vim. I mean, you're totally you're welcome to give me bits. You are Dr. Vim. But that's money. Don't you have other things to spend your money on? Yeah, ASMR. Yeah, that's the kind of stream it's going to be tonight. ASMR can opening. I probably missed some hellos. Or some highs. Or some hays. And the thing is, yeah, my chat overlay is still showing chats from this morning, like 11 hours ago, but that's okay. Hello, Than and Mitsik and Dr. Vim. Nafto says, I really enjoy those days where there are 2 streams in a row. Me too. Sometimes I just have enough energy. And hello, Lakshman, and hello, Elko, and Misaldo. And what's up, Chad? It's been a while. Hopefully you're doing okay. Hello, Alka. And what's up, Daniel? Yeah, that's the thing. I'm mainly streaming in the mornings now, so a lot of people can't tune in. So maybe we'll make this a more regular thing. And hello, Bob. Welcome. What's up, Andrew Lane, Not Blue Beast, Mustafa, and Developer CR? Gazija, 5:20 a.m. Why do you do this to me? I'm sorry. You don't. I'll let you know. You don't have to watch. This is it's gonna be really just us hanging out. There's not gonna be much technical content tonight. I really just need to organize things, and I'd like your opinions on the things that I'm organizing. Mikey with the sub. Thank you very much, Mikey, for the subscription. I appreciate you. And hello, Bob. What's up, Koozie? Every stream is a chill stream. I guess that's so. Here's the thing. I'm also having like this crisis of what's the word, identity. Because when I streamed on YouTube, the main thing about streaming on YouTube was I wanted my live streams to have rewatchability. Like I wanted things to be very tight and succinct, and while it was live, I wanted it to be watchable by people afterwards because it was a YouTube video. But now we don't really have to do that, so we can make every stream a chill stream. I don't know. And hello, Rogue Soul. Yep, it's late. It is 9:21 p.m. for me. 21:22. Hello, Shines Love. Grenade Raven says, Lamau, you call yourself a Coding Garden fan? I'm loaded on channel ports. I highlight every message because I'm just that jacked. Hey, there's no gatekeeping here. Everyone's allowed to be a Coding Garden fan, but I appreciate you, Grenade Raven. This is a better time for me. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, New Zealand. It is currently 1:22 p.m. in Sydney. Is New Zealand in the same time zone? Maybe not. You're like way over there. I don't know. Hello, Proxant. Welcome. Hello, Jonah. I'm doing good. What's up, Infected Node? Welcome, everyone. I really should get an editor. And here's the thing. I think I can afford it now. Look at those subs. That's. I mean, I think it's probably enough to get someone to edit my videos. The thing is, I just have to find someone that I agree with, because I'm very picky about my video edits, and it's hard because they're like on Saturday was a 7-hour stream. There's lots of little nuggets of content in there, but going through 7 hours of video to find that is very taxing. But yeah, and hello, Mr. Demon Wolf. Welcome. Everyone should check out Mr. Demon Wolf. He's also a member of our live coders team. I missed a bunch of chats though. Yeah, the CJ clap. I wake up to your streaming announcements, but promptly go back to sleep. I'm so sorry, Chad. I need to create a special Discord role so I don't ping everyone. But I'm sorry that I wake you up. But maybe, I mean, that makes you think about me in the morning. Does the small version look like a frog mouth? Yeah, it looks like, well, not, is it the frog mouth? You know that little, it's not the emote, not an emote, but like a meme of like the laughing, is it a frog? It might be an iguana. I don't know. I've lurked around your channel for a long time. I figured I would give a little back. I would typically watch after work, and it's always been a joy. Bits, bits, bits. Thank you very much, Dr. Vim. With the yerba emote, I appreciate you. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of messages lately about just from random, well, not random, I mean people that watch me on YouTube and stuff that appreciate what I'm doing, and I thought I should make some sort of archive of that somewhere. I don't know. I don't know what I'll do. This is some top tier copy pasta. From who? I should get an editor to trim down. Yeah, I really should. But yeah, you're early, Ace Hunter. We have, I mean, technically we're just talking anyways. We haven't really done much. But hello, welcome. 2 hours ahead of Sydney. Wow. Okay. So it is 3:24 p.m. Yeah. Welcome, welcome. What's a pull request? Yeah, I'll talk about it. For those of you that have no idea what it is, we can learn you good. Just started the day in India. That's good, Lakshman. Welcome back. Yeah, no worries, Mr. Doomwolf. Thanks for dropping by. I can edit your videos. I just don't know anything about video editing. Like, you know. It's yeah. The thing is like I feel sorry for the person that has to edit my videos because they're so long. Like, because so I recently, I'll show you on my YouTube channel. I recently uploaded an edited live stream of me setting up my MacBook. So this live stream was edited down to an hour and a half, but it was originally 2 hours and 40 minutes of video. And I mean, even though I can watch it at 2 times speed and I can cut and I can splice and I'm pretty efficient in DaVinci Resolve, it still took me like an hour, hour and a half to edit this video. So yeah, it's a thing. It varies. I mean, lately, like if in the morning streams and the Kata streams, it's between 2 and 3 hours, but like a Saturday stream will be like 7 hours. And what's up, Topher? It's been a while. Welcome. Good to see you. Chad with the C at the top of the leaderboard, 98.01. Great work. And hello, Roaming. And what's up, WebDev? Just found out today that the stack is for the company that just bought mine. It looks like I'm going to learn Angular 9. Well, what were you using before, if anything? Are you like a Java person? I don't know, but best of luck to you in Angular 9. 8:25 p.m. Nice. Yeah, nice, Mikey. Thanks for subbing. Get to use the emotes. I can edit videos in Emacs. Would I want to edit videos in Emacs? I used a clip of you describing a PR this morning to explain it to someone who's not a coder. Oh, cool. Thanks, Alka. Vinicius Belbino. Hello. And an editor scrubbing through 7 hours of video isn't the same as being there during the stream for all the moments and jokes. And they'd also need a good understanding of all the technical topics for knowing what's important and what's not as watchable, as a watchable tutorial. Exactly. And the thing is, this being a live stream, it makes it, there are a lot of things that get asked in the chat that I would have never talked about had this not been a live stream. And those pieces I sometimes do want to save for the edited content. It's not just like me talking. You want to get me talking to the chat. And I also want to show like who asked that question to give them credit. It's a tough job. Oh no, it's I have a plugin for YouTube. What's it called? Like Advanced YouTube or something like that. It was really interesting. I went to YouTube one day and Firefox literally recommended an extension. They were like, you should try out this extension and it's really great. There's a shortcut for searching DuckDuckGo. Searching Firefox add-ons. Yeah, this enhancer for YouTube. This is the one. It's really cool. It adds a lot of extra stuff, and you get to choose your theme color. I chose green because this is the coding garden. Yeah. A homebrew JS framework based around jQuery. You know, I've heard more than one person, more than one company talk about how they basically use some sort of homegrown JavaScript framework. Mainly because like it's a legacy application that's been around a long time instead of using something like React or Vue or something like that. But best of luck to you. I edit the raw data for my videos in Notepad. Just turn all your videos into the curl version you got rickrolled with. I could do that. Well, thanks, Daniel Garden. I think that's maybe something I should do. So we could make it a collaborative effort because I actually do have, there is a GitHub repo called Community Contributions. This one. And I started this a while back. It hasn't been touched since November of 2018. But the idea was, and I actually think there's one pull request open today. People can submit pull requests with timestamps to my YouTube videos, because my YouTube videos are live streams, and they end up, this live stream is like 2.5, maybe 2 hours, 40 minutes long. But people can submit pull requests with timestamps to when different things happened in the video. And then I can just add this as a comment on the YouTube video, and YouTube automatically makes those things clickable. So if we could community source it, like if I know that someone's going to go watch the archive, they could keep track of when things happen in the video, and then that might help with editing. I don't know. It's a thing. Spaghetti machine. Do I run Streamlabs on my Mac or a different computer? I would say a different computer. So, and then Streamlabs is right now is really only in charge of showing Streamlabs donations. I used to use it for all of the alerts, like bits and subs and all that good stuff. But now I'm using a custom alert, which is this. Whenever I say something, I think it pops up. Or it should. Speech? Murdoch wrote it. I forget how it goes. Maybe it's broken. Oh, there it is. So that right there, Murdoch Turner, who's in the chat, he made the base version of it, and then I kind of expanded on it. But now that thing shows all of the bits and subs and alerts and stuff like that. But that's not actually Streamlabs. I do have Stream Labels running on, what do you call it? Stream Labels is running on that streaming computer. And actually, I'll give you a quick link. If you go to coding.garden/gear, you can see all the stuff that I use to stream, and then I have a diagram at the bottom that kind of shows how it's hooked up. But basically, this laptop here is this computer. This is the screen that I'm looking at, basically most of what you see, and then all the extra bits like the overlays with the game and the leaderboard and the sub counts and stuff like that. That is all overlaid on my streaming computer over here. You can check this out. And we'll talk about it, but one of the things I want to do is I kind of want to consolidate all of my overlays and stream tools and things like that, because there's a lot of repos and it's kind of like spread everywhere. And I kind of want to make a mono repo that has all of the overlays together, so it's easier to collaborate on. It's easier for other people to use if they want to. Hello, Sean. Welcome. I had made a feature request to an OBS plugin for my friend and waited for them to make a PR that would close that issue. Wow. Yeah, no, that's great, because, I mean, non-technical people use OBS too, like streamers. I mean, not all streamers are technical, so to see that idea happening, because OBS, the software I'm using to stream right now, is totally open source. Yeah, you're very welcome. Kasisha. And what's up, Ashley M. Boyer? How's it going? Everyone should check out Ashley. She's a member of our Live Coders team. I remember you stopping by the channel a while back, and then you applied, and you got in, so that's really cool. Check her out. Click that link. And I think I saw your message. Yeah, so this bot is open source too. If you want to try it out, it's called the Twitch Team Shoutout Bot. The only thing is, you have to set it up locally. Another thing I want to do, I should be writing down all these things I want to do. Another thing that I want to do is potentially host the bot so that other Live Coder team members can just invite it to their channel. But if you know things about Node.js, you could get this set up running locally if you'd like to. I have pretty detailed instructions, but let me know if you need some help. And what's up, Dr. Argus? We found out there's a lot of doctors in the chat. There's Dr. Argus, Dr. Vim, and there's Dr. Vim. Speaking of doctors, who did he gift it to? Ashley. Oh, congrats, Ashley. You can now use all of our emotes. We especially like the yerba and the beans. They're kind of inside jokes, but they're fun. Thank you very much, Dr. Vim, for that gift. Yes, welcome. But yeah, there's a lot of doctors around here. There's there's Dr. Argus, Dr. Vim, there's another doctor. An editing community challenge. Huh. We're just hanging out, Mo3. Just hanging out. Editing hours of footage from any stream down into a tightly edited highlight is challenging enough, requires a creative eye and experience, and then you're looking for someone with extensive background knowledge. Yes. Exactly. The thing is, like, I don't have to find. It's like hiring somebody, right? You don't have to find somebody with everything that you need, just most of what you need. But it's still a tough job. I mean, honestly, I could just stream less, and then the time I'm not streaming, spend that time editing videos. But I don't know. One of the reasons I started streaming to begin with is because it's so easy. Like, I just click go live and I just do my thing, and I don't. I mean, sometimes I prepare, but for the most part, I don't really have to prepare. I don't know. Yeah, I should start using Twitch markers. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's Murdoch. Murdoch. Yeah, I use just regular OBS. I had issues with Streamlabs OBS. Slops. Is that what it's called? Doc D is the best doctor. Yeah, we discussed this morning. What's up, Roy? An overlay manager. Well, here's the thing. Like, even more ideas. So I was watching some pretty big streamers. I don't know what systems they're using, but we could make it so that mods could control what messages actually show up on my screen. Now, that kind of responsibility, like looking through every message and deciding like what's good, what's bad, that requires work. So I would probably pay somebody by the hour to do that. But what if I could control, or not me, but mods could decide what messages actually show up in the chat manager? Also, mods could decide what alerts get to display. They could trigger alerts if they wanted to. I could create a dashboard for them. There's a lot of things we could do. What's up, Subin? Shout out, bot. Yeah. The overlays make me want to stream. And thank you, Vinicius Balbino, for that stretch. I changed it to 10 seconds because I haven't been stretching for the full minute. Turns out a minute is a really long time. Yeah. You ever seen that clip of Mr. Rogers? And he's like, you want to know what a minute feels like? And he just stands there on live television for a minute doing nothing. Yeah. Clap. I haven't been super active in watching other streams. Oh yeah, no worries. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. So many doctors. Dr. Beast instead of Not Boobies. What's up, Physical? Welcome. And Subin, how you doing? You need that badge. Alka says, I can do that editing. Let's talk, Alka. what's your fee? But I would trust Alka. Alka knows. Like, and he's been hanging out here the longest time. But I don't want to. I missed that message. Like, I only read this message. I can do that editing, but I don't want to. Yeah. I think editing would make it easy to burn yourself out. Yeah, I mean, and it kind of does. Like, I literally spent like an hour and a half, 2 hours editing that video, and by the end of it, I was like, ooh. I mean, it's gotten quite a few views on YouTube. This is a pretty popular topic, setting up a Mac for web development. But I don't know. I think there are either bot accounts or there are people that are literally subscribed to me so that they can downvote my videos. Because there are lots of videos that only have like 3 or 4 downvotes. I mean, I realize some people just don't like my content. That's fine. But it's very consistent. Like, the moment I upload, I get downvotes. If you're watching, you're probably not. But if you are, can you let me know why you're doing that, Mr. Downvote people? Just get rid of the chat entirely. Edit the streams while... That would get too meta. Featured chat is really cool. Yeah, I've seen that. It's created by a member of the Live Coders team. But... I want to make my own. So I just started a new side project that will be for helping non-tech folks with their streams. Oh, nice. I wish I could say more, but I need to get an MVP. The only reason I mention it is because of what y'all are talking about. Nice. Yeah, no, it's good to hear. The thing is, like, I have so many disparate live streaming tools that other people could benefit from, but you kind of have to be technical to get them set up. So it would be nice to get them in shape to be able to allow them to use it in a non-technical way. An AI program. I mean, it is a very long time. I feel like somebody's done it. Somebody has. Yeah. Wait, what? I don't know. Thank you, Apex, for that follow. Dislikes instead of downvotes. Yeah. Well, I totally understand. So it also could be that YouTube... So here's the thing. For the longest time, YouTube did not recommend my videos to anyone. I mean, this is kind of the only content like this on YouTube in terms of live streamed, unedited videos. There are a few more channels popping up that are like that, but I mean, Coding Train was probably the first one to do it. And then I was the first one to do it in more of like web development, full stack style development. Oh, that's me. Stop it. But yeah, YouTube would not recommend my videos to anyone. So for the longest time, I never got downvotes because it was only my subscribers watching, and now I get downvotes. But that probably means that they're recommending my videos to people. I don't know. I guess that's true, Daniel. Yeah, I don't. It doesn't bother me. I just wonder about it. Like, who are you? Who are you, downvoter person? But I didn't download. Hey, no worries, Roy. What do you mean download? Oh, you just like watched. You just watched how I set up all the things, but you didn't actually download tools. Interesting. I could. Yeah, Alka's an editor. Alka's not always watching though. I stream when Alka's sleeping a lot of the times. Yeah. Don't worry about upvoting. See, that's another thing. I'm like a really weird YouTuber. I don't ask you to subscribe. I don't really worry about upvotes. I kind of just care about the community that I already have. 43,000 people. That's a lot of people. And the bigger it gets, the harder it gets to acknowledge everyone and remain and have a community vibe. So I'm okay if you don't subscribe. But if you find my content valuable, go for it. All mods should be editors. I got to figure out what kind of permissions that gives you, but I'd be open to that. I'd be open to that. And thank you, Il, for that follow. Star ratings. Ooh. Oh, downvote. What's up, Eternal Dev Coder? I'm doing good. We're just chilling. Schiefman. Daniel Schiefman. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to. You really don't. A well-edited video is a very particular creative product. It's very true, Doc. And like I've learned, like I mean, I haven't taken any classes or anything on that like that, but watching certain types of edited films, I've tried to figure out how they do that. I'll show you one video that I edited. It was for a Raspberry Pi hackathon. Actually, let's all watch it together. Let me catch up on the chat, and I think we'll just all watch it together. It's like the video isn't that long. Call them likes and dislikes. Okay, I will. I feel like I was gonna say I've been using Reddit longer than YouTube, but I don't know if that's possible. But the whole upvote downvote thing I've known from Reddit for the longest time. I don't know if there is a Chrome version. Oh, thank you, A. Much appreciated. The people you want to subscribe and not vote probably will, so saying it feels redundant. Yeah, that's the thing. Like all these content creators have like they basically become, I don't know, like a robot, just like saying the same thing every time. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I mean, it's what they do, and like that is one way to build your audience. But I think at this point, consumers of YouTube content are pretty used to it. Oh, you know, I made Samwise Gardner an editor. Here's the thing. We got a Trello. Stream tasks. Am I logged in? Hopefully I'm logged in. I am logged in. Great. So on the to-do list is send a marker when starting focus mode. Now, that definitely helps because this new focus mode thing that I started, that helps with knowing when things are happening. So my bot could technically send that command whenever we start it. Yeah, I'm usually not. I just felt like streaming. I got some I basically want to consolidate everything. Okay, we've been live. That's not bad. It feels like we've been live for like 45 minutes. It's only been 28. No worries, Ashley. Now I know. See, that just puts me at rest. I don't care if you do it. I just need to know who's doing it. Watch party. Yeah, I think the thing one thing is, and like I think an idea here is just like collaborative ways to mark important points in the stream. Now, we could do that with just clips, but the thing is, not everyone remembers to make a clip when something interesting happens. But if we got in the habit of doing that, it could make it a lot easier to edit those things down and put them together. Type 7 if you want to watch it together. Oh, that's another idea, is type X in chat, live poll in the overlay. Because I've been doing that a lot lately. Like, type 1 if you're new here. I could show, like, a bar chart. Well, Polite Rose. That's unfortunate. All is good. That was potentially something else I was going to talk about tonight, but I have a mobile app. It's currently in alpha, and the idea is if you download that mobile app, it's very likely that you actually will get a push notification when I go live instead of waiting for Twitch to do it. But I need to work on that. And then that feeds into the Coding Garden community app, which I'll talk about in a bit. But yeah. Hello, Pregiso, welcome. Put ads in your videos if you want to be shared by YouTube. Yeah, it's probably it too. The thing is, I had ads on my channel for a very long time, and then around the holidays last year, I disabled all ads on my YouTube channel. I mean, at the time, I think I probably had about 20,000 subscribers, but that was only getting me about $100 a month in ad revenue, and I have a full-time job. I mean, $100 is a good amount of money. It like pays for my internet, but I just thought, I mean, why have ads all over my stuff if I could just disable them? I lose out on that money. Hopefully, I could regain it with memberships, because I was able to enable memberships on my channel. But the thing is, Twitch people support me a whole lot more than YouTube members do. I don't know. Have my clients add the bot as an editor, and then mods can use marker. That's great. Okay, so we need to add a marker command to Samwise Gardner to do. Yeah, so that way not all mods have to be an editor. Yeah. What is inspired? What is it inspired by? This is inspired by low maintenance. So the thing is if you have really long hair, there's a clip of when I took my hair down. It gets greasy. I mean, obviously you can take care of it. You can wash it. I don't like to wash my hair daily. So if I put it up like this, it's out of the way. It's not greasy. It's low maintenance. That's what inspired this haircut. Yeah. Thank you, Alka. F. I need to catch up though. We're 3 minutes behind, and then we'll go. I want to get to the top of the chat, and then we'll start doing stuff. F. Yeah, there are polls on Twitch, but they don't let me choose multiple options. There's a text limit on the options. They could do better. And hello, Lapis. Welcome. Yeah. Wait, 229. Did somebody lose their sub? The marker command would do that. So I think we'll add that. Yeah, you're not wrong, Doc. This is why I think Doc is me from the future. Dr. Vim with the gifted sub. Thank you so much, Dr. Vim. Developer CR, welcome to the Coding Garden community. +1. You put us at 230. Can we get some Yoruba drops in the chat? I mean, it's nighttime. I'm not going to drink caffeine right now, but this is our emote to celebrate when when things like this happen. Thank you very much, Dr. Vim. Oh, Elisa dab. That's pretty sweet. But yeah, Doc is me from the future. He's basically warning me. He's warning me about how difficult this will be, and he's trying to coerce me on the right path. Yeah, exactly. You're not wrong, Doc. And hello, Marco Shiva. Welcome. This will easily be the best open source overlay. We can only hope. I mean, yeah. I do use TMI. Yeah, and I think that's what this marker command will do. So they'll do marker, my bot will actually set a marker, and then they don't have to be editors. That should do it. It varies. It varies on what I use. I mean, this overlay is an Electron app with Vue. The drop game is just vanilla JavaScript. The sub counters are vanilla JavaScript. Q&A.coding.garden is a real-time question and answer site. This is built with Vue. The backend's Node.js and Feathers and MongoDB. At work, I use just React, mainly React on the front end and Node on the back end. I use a lot of things, anything JavaScript related. Yep. What I take on, I might consider it, but I've avoided it this long. I want to remain supported by the community if I can. But the thing is, this is still just part-time. I still have a full-time job. That's how I make my living, and this is just for fun. But if I really wanted to make a living doing this, I'd probably have to take on sponsors. Yeah. Hello, hello, hello. And thank you, Marco Shiva, for that follow. What's the plan? And thank you, Lakshman. We're just hanging out. We're going to finish up this discussion. Then we're going to decide what to do next. I think the first thing is to consolidate all of the ideas and to-dos, because I have those in like 3 or 4 different places. But we'll do that first. And hello, Lucas. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, and that's the thing. I cut my hair myself, too. I just have some shears and just buzz it. But I just leave this part here. Best is bald. Okay, sure. This is the 5K special. What do you mean, not boobies? Yeah, and thanks again, Dr. Vim, for that tier 1 gift. I just shaved my head. Hair isn't hard to maintain when you haven't got it. You're not wrong. You're very true. Thank you, Keys DM, for that follow. What plants am I planting today? We're just planting little seeds of ideas. Because there's been a lot of good ideas in the chat so far. It's kind of just like, what are we doing here, you know? And hello, productivity saying. That's hard to pronounce, productively. That's a new word, but welcome. Hello. What's up, Kibasho? I still have to update a Discord bot for my friend's stream to work with Twitch's new requirement. Yeah, a lot of people had to get into action coding when all of that happened. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, Alka. Is this with like pen on paper, or is this like Illustrator? Very good. I might. So here's the thing. I would be open to sponsors from like very ethical companies. And the thing about the company that makes the drink that I like to drink is they are, I believe it's free trade. So they make sure that all of the ingredients are sourced from the right kinds of places. And they do a lot of community outreach. So I'd be open to those kinds of supporters. I don't know if we will, Kivasho. We might not actually write any code today. What would you recommend someone do to switch careers from C# to JavaScript? That's exactly what I did. That was my career path. But really all I did was to start learning Node.js. I still had my job and I was still doing the majority of things in C#. But I saw this JavaScript thing and I saw that it was picking up, and I had taught myself like Angular and web development. I mean, I taught myself jQuery too. I mean, I was already a professional developer, but I just wasn't doing web stuff. So as a developer, I taught myself web stuff, and then just started building apps. I mean, one thing might be to take an existing thing that you've built in C# and try to replicate it in Node and JavaScript, just to see the parallels and figure out what you like about it. But yeah, that's what I did. Is I just started building stuff with it, and then after I left that job, I only applied to places where they were doing Node.js, and I got a job. But I applied saying, I only have limited experience, but I can learn, and they were okay with that. What area would you recommend someone joining the industry straight out of college go into? It varies. It really, really varies. I mean, it also varies on your interests. The thing is, there's this weird thing where it's not like this everywhere, but for a lot of web developers, front end is like considered a junior developer, and you don't really get a back end job until you're more of a mid-level developer. It's not like that everywhere, but I see a lot of places acting like that, where they won't hire new hires to do the back end work, potentially the harder stuff. I mean, it's not. Both things are potentially hard, but I would say whatever interests you. I personally do full stack. I do all of it. I don't do any machine learning, but I do front end and back end, and I do DevOps, and I do client work, all that good stuff. So yeah. Vague idea. Use sentiment analysis on Twitch chat, timestamps of donations, and other events to create a heat map of interesting and exciting points in the stream. The thing is, they could also miss areas that weren't picked up by that. But I like where you're going with this, Doc. The thing is, I don't think it can be automated. I think we have to pay someone for their time. We have to find somebody that's good at editing. Entropy chat. Is the chat manager just a list with the Electron window being transparent? So the chat manager talks to my chat backend to get the messages in real time. That chat backend is connected to TMI.js. And then my overlay stuff is connected to that same chat backend, mainly so I can do like pre-processing of the message. Because like when you, hello, hello, Coding Carter. When you drop an emote, that requires some parsing. And so my backend takes care of that parsing. So the drop game, all it has to do is just load that image in as a drop. There I am. I am still 3 minutes behind. Yeah, it does. Yeah, we got marquees here. You can use a lot of old HTML tags because they're pretty harmless. And thank you for that that follow, Productively Insane. Do we know the real name of Doc? No, which is why. No, I'm gonna stop saying that because it's weird. I'm sorry, Doc. I'm sorry. Twitch badges. We show some of them. We don't show all of them. We should eventually show all of them, I think. Yeah. Bluebot. Oh, the mandala tool. Ooh. So like you draw one line and it creates it on multiple sides potentially. Yeah. Nice. This is called Tabbliss. Tabli. This thing. Tabbliss. Tabbliss.io. You can also set it up to be a random Unsplash image, but I like to just have a solid black background. And you can customize the greeting too. Something with Dino, possibly. Next stream is Code Katas though. That's what. Yeah, that was my path. Kind of just like start teaching myself and then look for jobs in that area. Yeah, the thing is, like, I left the .NET world right when the .NET Core got open sourced. I was actually at the build conference when Anders literally clicked the make project public on, what's it called, Code Project? The thing that a lot of like .NET projects used to use. I was there. I saw it happen. But then I left, and now I'm mainly just doing Node.js. What's up, Unhot? Welcome. Thank you, Dr. Vim, for that posture check. All right, I'm just going to scroll. I'm like, we can't get past it. If you, hey, what's up, Piero? Hello, Mint Jim. We're just hanging out. We're just talking. I'm mainly a JavaScript developer. I will dabble, and I can do other things. And I've done in the past .NET, Python, C++. I've done Java. I've done a lot of stuff, but these days it's mainly just JavaScript. Yeah, let's put that in there. Persist team in chat overlay. And then we got an idea earlier today, which was allow country to set country flag as a badge. So it'd be really cool if you could set your country and then, if you want to, and then we could show a country flag next to your name. That'd be pretty sweet. No worries, Josh. Thanks for dropping by. I did have it. I didn't like the gradient. I want a solid color. A great test to put in your data from a database so you can tell if your app is resistant. Yeah, sure. Because you don't have to worry about actual, well, you're checking to see if it's rendering HTML. Oh, nice. I use DuckDuckGo. I mean, every now and then I'll use Google. Good evening, Greg. Welcome. Oh, today's the build conference? I had no idea. That's how out of touch I am. Oh, what? Oh, nice. 17,000 pictures of dogs. Hello, Liquid. We made it! We made it to the top! Now my hands are cut off. All right. What should we do next? Oh, yeah, I was going to show you that video that I edited. It's pretty fun. I mean, I'll just send a link. We don't have to watch it together. We don't have to watch it together. But if you search for Coding Garden, Raspberry Pi, I did like a hackathon thing with all of my friends. We basically all got together and tried to set up Raspberry Pis. Most people were just really learning about installing Linux, which was pretty fun. But I filmed most of it, and then I took all of the footage and some pictures and then edited it into this 11-minute video that was a montage of what happened that day. So these are my video editing skills. Yeah, I premiered it on YouTube a while back. I'll share that if you want to watch it. So yeah, your post of an idea. Display emote-only messages in a more compact form, and during periods of high chat activity, make the messages smaller. I like this. So potentially during focus mode, we could also shrink the text size. I wanted to try out Java FX, but most of the videos on YouTube are garbage. That's unfortunate. And thank you, Coding Carter, for that hydrate. And the posture check. This is actually, like, this tastes like lemon cake. It's really good. Oh yeah, we're going to put this in ideas. Okay. What are we doing? I think the first thing is just to consolidate everything. So here's the deal. I have this stream task Trello board. These are mainly things that are mainly focused on overlay related things. So my chat overlay here, the game in the overlay. Oh wow, a trace in symmetric mode. Oh, holy cram! In the words of InstaFluff, holy cram! That's so cool. Wow. It's like my beard is into the mandala. It's pretty trippy. That's really cool. I love it. Bookmark. Okay. Wow. So yeah, this is mainly things related to the stream. So like I used to have an Arduino hooked up and I had a camera pointed at it. Ideas for the chat overlay, different stuff like that. And there are multiple documents on my local, and they all have like random thoughts about to do. So I'm gonna find those and we're gonna put those into this Trello board. Yeah, this Trello board is public. I'll link it. Actually, if you do ! Trello, I think you'll get a link to it. Try that. Ashley says, I've been craving lemon pound cake for days. It's a sign. Yeah, or you could just get this. It's actually really good. Limoncello. La Croix. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Andrew. He can draw, he can code, he can edit, he knows Kung Fu. His name is Alka. Triage into... I'm going to put this under ideas, Doc. ClickUp.com. It's amazing for project management. Yeah, I just want something simple. Oh, poke cake. You poke holes in it and then pour a mixture. Oh! I don't know if I've had... I mean, I might have eaten something like that without ever realizing it, but that sounds interesting. It's actually really sweet to see the... It's kind of like... Is it like fractals? I don't know. It's really cool, though. You can draw symmetric stuff really easily. Okay. So, like, this morning, we were in some temp directory, and then there was stuff.md. This had some ideas from the chat. Oh, this one was from Shedot. This is a really good suggestion, where if somebody sends a message with a code pin, we can show it, like, embedded in the chat. That would be really cool to see. Cool. We got the country thing. I think we added the thing about polls. Yeah, there's is under ideas. Hello, iKrish. Welcome. Yeah, I've looked at Notion. Notion looks really cool. Because I like that a lot of it's based on Markdown. But I think it costs money, right? You can't really, like, self-host. All right, see you later, Not Blue Beast. Thanks for hanging out. Try it free. Pricing. Yeah, unlimited members and guests, 1,000 blocks, 5 megabyte uploads. Looks decent. I want to stick with what I know. No, though. It does look really cool, though. I've seen other people use it. But we're going to stick with Trello just because of all this stuff is here already. Oh yeah, this is one thing I've been wanting to do for a very long time, is have a trusted list of users. That is, I mean, basically it's most VIPs and like subs, but basically people that I know that I can trust with certain things in my overlay. There goes the mods being able to rickroll. Yeah. I want to figure out some way of putting people on a trusted list, and they could potentially do more in the overlay. Yeah, not the mods. They're the the instigators of rickrolls. Make the chat app correctly white messages in response to a ban. Oh, yeah, I didn't really want this to delete it in the actual chat. I only want this to remove it from my screen. But if you delete a message, I don't know if I can trust you, infected node. Well, the other thing I want, and like part of this trusted list of users, is like a backlog of chat messages, so we can see like how long they've been following. We can see like how often they chat, all these things like that. And I'll be honest, infected node, I remember you from like one stream. You might have been here more often, but that's all I remember you from, and I apologize. Maybe you had a different username before. Yeah. And what's up, Neon? Welcome. Yeah, I did. But it was embedded in a 15-hour stream on YouTube. So yeah. View. I need to disable the chat translator. Yeah. Well, no, actually, I removed chat translator. I thought I removed chat translator from the chat. It's just a command and control server. Okay, but what I wanted to show you is if we delete a message. Actually, how do I delete a message? Why can't I see the message deletion? Mods. Can you delete a message? Like delete Andrew's message. I do show mod icons right there. Yeah, no worries, infected node. I appreciate you. Show mod. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so if I delete, I added this once. If I delete this message, there you go. It disappears from my overlay. Oh, well, I definitely need to tap into ban events. I don't know if I should do it for timeout events. But we'll put this in the to-do versus ideas. To-do ideas is just like things we want to do. To-do are things like we know we have to do. Listen to ban commands and overlay. Delete me. Okay. Nice. Would I fork timer tab and add some Pomodoro functionality? I wouldn't be opposed to it. I use it all the time. Destroy me. Destroyed. What's up, Hare Krishna? Hare Krishna. We're just hanging out. We're talking about to-dos and stuff like that. So I think that's it from this file. And here's what we're gonna do. We're just going to rm stuff. Done. Okay. I think. There's something called to. Yeah, there's literally a thing called to do. I'm gonna hide my screen for a second just to make sure like what's in it. But I think that has a bunch of stuff in it as well that we need to add to the Trello board. Hide Sam's focus messages. Okay, here's the thing. And the thing about this chat overlay is that I want people to know that this is live. Because when I'm in a focus mode or when I'm just like in teaching mode, a lot of people will ask like, is this live? Are you live right now? Is this live? And I want them to know that yes, it is. And if they send a message, you're gonna see it in the overlay. And honestly, I also like knowing how many minutes I have left in focus mode. So I'm gonna leave it. Give Samwise a disappear command that deletes the user's last message. Oh, I mean, wait, can you delete your own messages in Twitch chat? I think you can. Integrate it in the chat overlay? What do you mean? What are we talking about here? What are you talking about? Okay. This is also random stuff. I think there's another spot on my computer with more to-dos and random stuff. But this one says, end every live stream with a recap of everything that happened, upload as a separate video, and then link it to the live stream. I have not been good about doing this, but this could be a way of not having to, you can't self-delete messages. Okay, I'm open to a disappear command then. put live in the corner. I guess that's true. But like I mentioned, I like seeing how many minutes are left in focus mode. It's kind of like my own personal timer. Cool. Live. Cool. But this idea, I don't know like how we implement this. I just have to remember to do it every time. But because I've seen I've seen other YouTubers create videos that just like fast forward through them building an application and they kind of talk over it, right? So I could do that. Hello, Lilius. Good morning. Welcome. So I could do something like that by basically at the end of the stream recapping what we built, upload that as the separate video, and then link to the live stream. Because then it could get people interested in the live stream, and then I don't necessarily have to edit the live stream. I don't know. What do you all think of this? Oh, I've thought about that. Guten Morgen. That with markers. Okay. Actually, if I go back to the VOD of the stream that is currently live, will I see markers on it? Because I could basically talk over myself. Like I could full screen the video and like talk over, like put it on 2x speed. 9. Only in the editor. Okay. None. Okay, so that was that to-do. That to-do folder. Or that to-do file. We're gonna just remove that. And do I have a to-do folder? To-do. There's another to-do. All right, let me hide my screen and see what's in there. Ah, this is a big one. Okay. This is the one that I created during my 17-hour live stream. We're showing gifters now. Sub count not updating automatically. It seems to have fixed itself. Chat acknowledger shows badges and rewards. Button to acknowledge all messages. Oh, okay. So that's stop creating to do. That's why I'm putting it all in one Trello board, and then we can keep track of it. So one thing I want to do. So you may have seen this. This is another tool that I built that for managing live chats, and I built this tool before I built my overlay over here. Chat. What's today's date? The 18th. So this tool, which takes a second to load, it's the 18th, right? Okay, yeah. It just took a second to load. Because it's kind of broke. But the idea with this is I could acknowledge each individual message. And you can see it's actually really slow because it has all the messages from my stream this morning as well. The other thing is we could add things to the parking lot. So we could click here to see them. We could go here to look at all the follows. This shows anything that's like hi, hey, hello. So something similar to this, but instead of being in the browser, it could just be here. Like if I open up this action menu here, maybe there's a section for like parking lot. Maybe I don't acknowledge every message, but I can save messages for later, and then I can go back to them by clicking up here. That was this particular idea. Make an app that randomly deletes to-dos. Wait, what are these clips about, Andrew? I can't gift a sub to chat translator. Well, it's not my bot. It is it was made by Instafluff. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, we need I need a way to like clear the messages here. So to do. Clear / ac all messages in chat overlay. Have a parking lot / question section in chat overlay. So behave very similar to my old app, but it'll just be totally accessible from this overlay. That's the plan here. Thank you, Dr. Vem, for that. Hydrate. And thank you, Jlaytone, for that follow. Make my own poll command. Oh, we have that in the ideas list. That is here. Right there. Okay, so we are showing badges. We are showing rewards. We got that done. We added filter and search to the chat overlay. Great. Bookmark a spot to continue later. I don't know what that means, so we're going to delete it. Oh, I actually did this. I did this off stream, but now we can highlight a message. For Valhalla! So I can click this button. And it highlights that particular message. But it's not that useful right now because typically I'm like scrolling in the chat, and I guess I could like highlight that and then go all the way up to the beginning. Oh, so you can see them. Yeah. Helpful, interesting, troll button that gives the user +1 to those scores. Yeah, this is good. No, this is for like the trusted user thing. I cannot highlight multiple messages, no. And I don't think I want to. Wait, what happened with the drop? I missed it. Where was this? Trusted list of users. Yeah, this is another comment. Yeah, hello, Scarab. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. A bookmark feature. Oh, I'm open to it. So basically, highlights the entire chat. Basically, a way of saying, like, when I go into focus mode, I could bookmark this message, and then when I'm done with focus mode, I could instantly scroll back down to where I stopped. I like that. Bookmark a message in chat overlay to go back to after focus mode is over. Exactly. All right. Bot should send a marker. We have that written down. Subs get to drop more often. We'll just put that on the to-do list. Yes. Streamlabs bot commands. I did add more context to those Amazon links. That was something that Alka mentioned. Okay, that's it for that to-do list. Let's remove it. So here's this trap that I get into with like trying to be productive, is like moving things around on lists makes me feel productive. I'm not actually getting any. I mean, I'm sort of getting things done right now, right? Because I'm more slightly organizing all the things that I want and need to do. But I feel kind of accomplished right now. We consolidated a list by putting it into this list. I don't know. So there's that. Yeah, I'll just search for to do for sure. Oh wait, if we go into to do, there's nothing in there. That's RF it. Remove all the to dos. Find right here. Type is a file. And the name is to do. Is that case insensitive? I'll definitely add, yeah, so right now I just wanted to consolidate them because now we can have streams where we know in that stream I'm just going to be working from this list. We'll prioritize them. I do have labels here, so there are miscellaneous, overlay games, live stream tools, mobile app, different things like that. Yeah. RF coding garden. Oh, we didn't find anything. I don't know if that's case insensitive though. Okay, so this is stream tasks. Great. Now, there's also a coding garden topics, which is this Trello board, which is also open for everyone to view. I haven't touched this in a very long time. So there's that. And then the other thing is I have this GitHub repo called landscaping, which we created in an effort to create a place for people to suggest ideas for types of videos and streams that I should do. We have a really great submission template, like issue template, and there's lots of examples in here, and there's actually quite a few open issues. I've just never gotten around to doing any of them. So I'm potentially looking for ideas that you have. Like, what's the best way for me to manage stream and app ideas? I think GitHub is probably the best, and then this could be used for once we decided that we are going to do something, it can go into this list so we know that it's in progress. Maybe we could combine the two. We also could use GitHub projects so that it's integrated. I don't know. You can check this out too. And thank you, El Aventuro, for that follow. Not sure if this is included in your terminal, the command where is, and then the file name. Let's try it. Node BB. Oh, that's a node.js version of a bulletin board. Where is to do? Nowhere. I know I can do like which node. That's like for executables. I don't know. And what's up, Pixa? Good morning. To do, make a list of all my lists. You know what? We're already halfway there. We've already started doing that. And what's up, X Firecracker? Thank you for that follow. Okay. I don't know. I think I wanted to bring these up. What was the stream title? What's my stream title right now? Alka, do you have a command for that title? Cool. Or is it organizing to-dos? We kind of did that. Accepting pull requests. We'll do that. And then working on stream tools. My eyes. Yeah, there's a lot of titles there. Okay, so we pretty much organized the to-dos. We definitely need to prioritize them, but I'll do that next time when we're actually working on them. Also, I shared these two things so you all can think about like what's the best way for you to suggest ideas, for me to actually do those live streams, that kind of thing. So the landscaping repo, that. Next up, we are going to check the PRs. Accepting pull requests. So I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break, but when I come back, I am going to be looking at and accepting pull requests. So for those of you that have no idea what a pull request is, I use, and a lot of people use, this site called GitHub. GitHub is a way for developers to collaborate. I write a lot of code. A lot of people want to contribute to that code, so we use something like GitHub. And all of the things that I've built on stream over the past 2.5 years are up here on GitHub. I have over 100 repositories of all the code I've written. All the stuff that you see on the screen and stuff like that, the code is here. It's a little disorganized, but it's here. And if someone wants to make a change, they can do what's called making a pull request. So basically what they do is they fork my code. They make an exact copy of my code. They make the changes that they want to make, and then they make a pull request. The pull request basically asks me to merge their changes in. They basically are saying, hey, I made this fix, I made this improvement. Will you please merge that code back in so that way you can benefit from it? An example of that is Saturday we started working on this entropy chat, and there is a pull request to update the app so that global variables or style variables are imported automatically. It's a technical term, but ultimately they changed 6 files, and now they want me to merge that code into the main repo, and I probably will, but we'll take a look at that when I come back. And then there are quite a few other open pull requests on other repos, so we'll look at those as well. It still would be nice if global commands had a cooldown. Yes, I agree. Crazy code stream. Cozy code stream. Stream primary in focus mode. That's not a bad idea, where I'm in focus mode the entire time. It's true, Doc. There probably is. I want to learn how to contribute to an open source project. That's where the community app comes into play. So we're not going to talk about that just yet, but about a year ago, we started this thing here on the Coding Garden. Coding Garden community, where what we wanted this to be was an extremely beginner-friendly and noob-friendly way of contributing to open source. We created this organization. We decided we were going to have an app for the Coding Garden to show like new videos and live notifications and stuff like that. And there was quite a bit of activity, but we never actually launched anything. So one of the things that I want to do is get something like this up and going again. And I need to talk about and figure out what can we do better to make it work and not lose steam this time. So that's a thing where you can learn to contribute to open source. And before I go, I'll also leave you with this. Um, there is, if you search for on YouTube, Coding Garden open source, you might find it. Yeah, I have this video. It's a 2 hour and 48-minute live stream, but there are timestamps. But the live stream is how to contribute to open source projects. So on this, I basically talk about like what is open source, how do you find repos to contribute to, how do you start contributing, all that good stuff. And you can click these find timestamps to find those things. I would say the actual information about like what is open source and how to contribute is probably 30-45 minutes, and then the rest of the time is me trying to fix a very, very hard and tricky bug in an open source code base. And I talk about it where like I chose that thing because I'm fairly experienced and I thought I could maybe figure it out. But as someone that's new to everything, you might not choose an issue like that. There's ways of finding issues that are actually going to be a bit easier to find and solve. No, Majestic Eye, we are not. Yeah, check him out. And thank you, Arif, for that follow. Thank you, Pre-Baked Beats. Baked beets? Baked beets, not baked beans. Yeah, let's drop some baked beans in honor of baked beets. Give subs, Scarab, thank you so much. Let's drop some beans. And congrats to Euclidean Ace. Thank you very much, Scarab, for that gifted sub. I appreciate you. And actually, here's what I think I'll do. While I'm away, I'm going to play a video for you. That video that I mentioned earlier. The Raspberry Pi one. That's what I'm going to do. That'll be fun. No, not that. This. Cinema mode. Detach player. Gonna put that right there. I need to plug in the audio, but I'm gonna play this for you, and then I'll be back. Typically, only 4 can make a pull request if there's a bug in a repo. I use in production that in turn broke production. Yeah. And thank you very much, Scrub. Open source forever. Yeah. What's up, Euclidean Ace? Congrats. Congrats. I shared it in the live chat channel on the Discord, Bob, if you want to take a look. Cool. All right, so I'll be back. I am going to start this video before I go, but I'll see you soon. Hello? I'm gonna figure it out. I know. Calm down. we're gonna get some sound. Just a second. Lols. Okay. Sound is up. F sound. 7 and 8. Is this one broke? I'm gonna take a break. I'm not gonna come back till this video is done. Let's see. Hello. Can you hear it now? All right, is it too loud? How's that? Yes. Okay. Hello, friends. Welcome to Coding Garden with CJ. Today, I hung out with my friends, and we hacked away on Raspberry Pis. I filmed the whole thing and kind of edited it together for you to watch, and I even built this do-it-yourself Google Home kit thing, and you can watch me build that. Okay, Google, start playing the video.
I heard. Start playing the video. Sorry, I can't play videos. I don't have a screen.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll start it for you. Here we go.
All right. I'll follow. On 3, 1, 2.
My name is Danny Fritz. I'm coding a rasterizer in Rust.
Rasterizer in Rust. Is it on your screen right now?
Yeah, it's doing this triangle.
Oh.
Turn them on. Chad, Fancy. I'm building a friendship light. Fancy?
What does it do?
B was almost working. No, B is like.
It prints triangles.
Related. This is like.
I'm trying to make it so it can do 3D rotations on the triangles now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, let's just do that together.
Just trying to learn an algebra GeoM library.
My name is James, and right now I'm just trying to get, I don't know what I'm building, but I'm trying to get the Raspberry Pi Zero set up so that I can get into it from my Mac.
Cool. Is it over here? Can I take a look?
Yeah.
Nice. And you've got it booted up there?
Yeah, I'm SSH'd in, but I need to figure out what the password is real quick and then change the password.
Cool.
Something that I've never done before.
Nice.
You're out here learning.
What are you working on, Kim?
Enter new password.
I'm trying to just download the
My new password's in
Raspbian
dance
operating
sense.
system for my Raspberry Pi.
Cool.
And I'm not there yet, but I'm getting close.
What are you working on, Chad?
Taking pictures of you.
Ah. You have to share those with me.
Oh, you moved.
What do you have in your hand?
A Pimoroni.
Pimoroni. Is it a type of
Pimoroni.
Raspberry Pi, or is it a Raspberry Pi? The only thing I noticed that's weird about it is this. Like
Yeah. There's some LED here that once it's plugged in, it'll blink or turn on.
Cool.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do?
Whoa.
Right now I'm Googling what I need to do to SSH into this thing.
You mean SSH?
Yes.
I tried a few things and it's just hanging now, so I don't.
I haven't done that, I know
I need to do better.
So SSH for SSHing back and forth.
Yo, step 4 on this one is
You're within
add
earshot,
HTTP
and
by
I don't
symbol.
feel like Googling, so.
I was trying to.
We're trying to use DD disk command to like image a SD card, and it's just complaining about everything.
Look for something called Etcher.
Oh, Apache's for like.
It's really easy to use.
It's like an old, it's older
Forget about
version
it.
of
Thanks, I knew you did.
Node.
Flash 3. Hi, I'm CJ, and I'm going to be building the voice kit from Google. I've got this for $5, and basically it's made out of cardboard. It hooks up to a Raspberry Pi, and you can turn it into a Google Home.
I think we're doing less hardware intensive things.
Oh, cool!
I just ran a program.
It all looks cool.
So, moment of truth, it's more. Maybe plastic.
Yay!
The deal with the Python.
So the button has to be pressed for it to...
Yeah, so it's a simple if statement. If it's being held, it turns it on. If not, it sends a low voltage.
Nice.
High voltage? No.
Hey, it's
High
a
voltage?
thing.
No. It's just to goes the wrong port. That's it.
Button was pushed.
Wrong port.
Nice.
There's no reason you to use the 3.
Front, center.
Thank you for that, host. I will be back very soon.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
I have cheese in the fridge.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
It sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Mild cheddar cheese.
Where's your... Berto, what's one thing you learned today?
Oh, so many things. Hooking up to LED is not as easy. You need like all kinds of stuff. So yeah.
Cool. You need that stuff.
Well, that was before. No, I was trying to talk about this thing.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah, I thought it was just gonna be
without any switching or driver logic or relays or.
Yeah.
Somehow it works. Apparently, we've yet to prove this, but
somehow.
Cool.
Not today.
Sweet. James, what'd you learn today?
I learned that if you're surrounded by a bunch of people who you are consistently overwhelmed by, and you get past the point of being overwhelmed, you can make some cool stuff.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Cool. Did you learn anything today, Brooks?
Yeah, I mean, I learned stuff about hooking things up to the Raspberry Pi using GPIOs and also hoping to find what pin is connected to what thing.
Because you have some stuff going on there. And
Berto's got the trial and error method now down.
Yeah. I was going to run a for loop, just like looping something.
Cool.
Honestly, it's the dumbest thing in the world.
Leanne, what did you learn today?
Roll the numbers and tell me what
Quite a few things. Just GPL stuff, and also I'm learning how to read the ultrasonic sensor, how it works, and how I can connect it to the Raspberry Pi.
Cool. Kim, what did you learn today?
I learned if you have a Mac and you're trying to format your SD card, you should use Etcher.
Oh, yeah.
And for the cron job, if you want to run every minute, the first thing you write in the cron tab is 1-59.
Nice. Chad, what did you learn today?
I learned a lot of things, but I forgot most of them.
What did you learn, CJ?
I learned setting up the Google AI voice kit was actually pretty easy. Just follow the instructions and it just worked.
Nice.
Thanks for watching. I know it was just a bunch of nerds getting excited for LEDs lighting up, but we had a ton of fun and we learned a bunch. So we'll see you next time. Okay, Google, say goodbye.
Au revoir. That's goodbye in French.
See ya. Hello. I'm back. So that was fun. Yeah, thanks everyone for watching. And here's the link if you're interested in it. Oh yes, Live Coders team badge and the overlay. We definitely want to work on that. But first up, thank you very much to Atomic J for the raid, or the host. Where was that? Right here. Be sure to click that link and drop a follow. She's also a member of our Live Coders team. And thank you very much for that host. And thank you, Calcause, for that follow. And everyone was freaking about the cable management. What else did I miss? I think that was it. Number 4375, thank you for that follow as well. This video is more like a documentary that shows you can have fun while coding. Oh, absolutely, yeah. And I also just wanted to show, like, I mean, right now, a lot of people have mentioned it in the chat, like, it's also hard to do that kind of thing right now. I mean, if not impossible, because we have to social distance. But when things like that were possible, it's fun to just get your friends together and try to make stuff happen. Wait, what was auto-modded? I didn't see it. Oh, it's spelled wrong. Documentatory? Huh. Yeah, it was fun. It was just at our friend's house, and we all brought all the electronics and stuff that we had. I was there the whole time. Okay. What were we doing? Oh, yeah. Andrew just had a suggestion. No, he didn't. Somebody else did. I don't know who it was. Oh, it was Murdoch. Man, I get confused so easily. Daniel, you had an idea? I'm open to your ideas. So those of you that are joining us from Atomic J, basically this is a very chill stream. Normally we're writing a lot of code, but today is more of just like a hangout and also kind of like an organization kind of day where we try to get a little organized. I currently have this Trello board for stream tasks, this thing. If you do !Trello in the chat, you can get a link to it. But it's just all the things that I want to work on, because I built this chat overlay, I built this game, all the stuff that you see on the screen I built. So there's that. And one thing we absolutely should do is a Live Coders team badge in the chat overlay. That's on the list of things to do for sure. I would do a stream where you create a command for Alexa. I'm down. That's awesome. But here's the thing. It's an app. It's an idea, and we haven't figured out the best place to put that. So currently, there's this Coding Garden topics repo, which was a place for ideas for a while, but there's also landscaping. I'm gonna go ahead and say this: landscaping is the place. I need to go through and prune the garden, and close any issues that don't make any sense anymore, or update. But I would say this, Daniel. Submit an issue here. There is an issue template that you can follow. And I think I want to start using this to manage ideas for streams and stuff like that. The She-Boss says, I wish I had programmer friends. The only other ones I know are in school with me, and they are just as unprepared as I am. It's fun to just try things, though. I don't know. You don't necessarily have to be technical. That can be your goal of the hackathon, is to learn a little bit. We're all a part of the Coding Garden gang and Coding Garden community. Yeah, absolutely, Dr. Vim. Okay, but what we were going to do right now is look at some pull requests. So all the stuff that I do on Coding Garden and that I've been doing for the past 2.5 years is open source here on GitHub, github.com/codinggarden. There are over 100 repos, and it's been a while since I've actually looked at pull requests. Yes, Pull, not Pool. So we're going to take a look at those. I know some of you just joined. I explained what pull requests are before the break. I'm going to explain it again. Doesn't matter. We can all maybe learn something again by me just talking about it again. Oh, the 8-ball for your pool game. Nice. Pull requests? Stop it. Okay. Wow. So all of these repos are a place where the source code lives. And so this I'm listening. This chat overlay is an app that I built, and it's open source, and it lives on here. In the game here, we can all drop. Let's all drop something. I'm gonna drop. What am I gonna drop? Baked beans. I'm gonna drop some baked beans. And did Doc just drop an Alka face? Oh wow! Oh no. That's the new CJ emote. But that game is open source. The code for it is on here. And there's a lot of other things as well. And so people have taken my code and forked it, which means they took an exact copy of my code, put it on their own GitHub. They changed some things, and now they're basically requesting that I merge their changes into the official code. So if, for instance, somebody fixed the drop game or added new dynamics to it, they could open a pull request with that change of code. I could review it, and if I merge it in, I could then pull those changes down locally, and you could see them in the drop game. And that actually did happen. Let's try all to drop at one time, all at once. You can do drop me; it'll drop your avatar. But just watch if two of the I totally forgot. There's a 90-second timeout. I totally forgot. But if we might see it happen, yeah, right here maybe. Oh yeah, it's good, maybe, yeah, right there. Okay, so you saw the collision happen. That was an open source contribution, so I actually didn't add that into the game to begin with. But I believe it was Terrazoid made the pull request that added the code that could detect when two things hit each other and separated. So I merged their code in, and now we have that awesome feature here. And I think Doc might have made a pull request to my Christmas drop game. It's a separate game, but we merged that in as well. So that's great. Now, what are we going to review? I believe Andrew has been sending us messages with GitHub links. Pool? I thought he did. Didn't you, Andrew? I thought you were... Maybe you deleted your messages. But I literally thought you were sending messages that have the word pull request in them. That's okay. We'll just work backwards. The ones at the top here are the most recent pull requests, and I do want to look at some of the older ones first. Okay, we'll definitely look at DVD logo, and we'll look at the React snake game. Oh, roaming made, yeah, so, and I have a lot of like random projects that are on the web. So this is fun. If you go to isitnewyearsday.com, this website will show the mouse of anyone that's on the website. So if we can get a few people here, we can actually see their mouse moving around. But this is an open source project. I didn't think to look for a PR template. For the one you contributed to, I don't think there was. I saw your pull request earlier, Liquid. It's totally fine. I will have some comments about it, though, because for the most part, I tried to keep the repos similar to what I did on stream, so that way if people come along later and they're like watching a video, yeah, and if you click, it'll create a firework. Also, if you open the terminal, I think you could do like actions.set emoji. Yeah, and I'm going to set my emoji to be a cactus, like that, and then it should change. Yeah, so on everyone's screen, you should now see me as a cactus instead. But yeah, I'll take a look at your pull request too, Liquid. And Dr. Arabaz says, I kind of always like to start ideas without finishing the one before. Let's do this. But hear me out. Why not add something to the drop game where randomly something comes and eats a seed away from the ground, loses his rank in the overlay, so no need for restarting it in long streams. I'm open to that. So, or if there could be like reward redemptions where somebody could do something that like makes a lawnmower go across and kill and like cut down all of the seedlings. I'd be open to that. This is not a bad idea. I like this. Let's put it in the ideas list. Wait, is that an emoji with a hand and a phone? Is that you, Alka, with those new Unicode emojis? Yeah, we could do the Naruto run across the screen. Okay. Oh yeah, and I want to show Dung Hero. So it's a selfie emoji, but is it you? Did I guess right? So Dung Hero is another, I mean, this is a very similar idea, but basically everybody that is on this site at the same time can collect all of the dungs. But it collects in real time, and this number has been going since I deployed the thing. This is like production level applications, right? This thing's been running. It hasn't gone down. There's over 19,000 dungs collected. What's up, D-Web? Thank you, Tony Man, for that hydrate. And thank you, Gabriel, for that follow. Was removed. Okay, so I'm definitely going to look at DVD logo and the snake in React. What program did I use? Do you mean for this? It was all just custom JavaScript. I mean, I used Express and Socket.io on the back end. The front end was built with Vue.js. Good or bad, Seedling? Yeah, there we go. Great work, everyone. You collected all the dunks. I appreciate you. Alexa, top 1 billion site. Oh, it's because this is an emoji font. I forgot that it looks like that on Windows. I think I need to set the font color to transparent or something like that. I don't know. Thank you, DWeb, for that stretch. Yeah, I think it's because it's a font. And hello, Sophia. Welcome. Welcome. Hello, MV. Welcome. Creates a bot to play down here. A lot of people did. That's totally valid. What's up? Okay. But, oh no. I closed the wrong thing. I accidentally closed my chat overlay. That's okay. We can reopen it. I want to close that, and I want to close that. But we're going to look at some other things. But those are just some examples of like open source projects that I have created. But the first one, this one I actually made and a conference talk. Yeah, so this is the DVD logo screen. So I did a conference talk where I had the audience vote on what I should build and how I should build it and what constraints I should have. Oh, that was a close, almost in the corner. But as you can see, whenever it hits the edge, you see the scroll bars appear for like a second. Yeah, and so right now somebody has a pull request open that fixes that. So this is from Acetyl. Oh, this is Anthony. Anthony writes code. Did you know that, Andrew? Did you know that he made a pull request? Can we get a shout out for Anthony writes code? He's a member of our Live Coders team. But it's actually a really simple fix. He just added overflow hidden, which prevents it from actually showing the what do you call it? From showing the scroll bar. So cool. This is a great example of a very simple pull request that I can totally merge. All they did was add one CSS property, and it's going to fix it. But one thing that I can do is I can pull their changes down locally, so that way I can test them before I merge them in on GitHub. So I'm going to do that. At this point, should I switch my category to science and technology? I don't know. We're still kind of just chatting. Thank you, Alilius, for that posture check. Yeah, and there's also the CJ eye tracker. It follows your mouse. But this was a piece, an art piece created by SheDot, and then we turned it into an interactive website. This was during my 17-hour live stream. It was mainly the chat that coded this. I just typed in what they told me to type in. Like, Doc knew all the math that we needed. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna find that. I think it's in, is it in DVD logo? No, it's just literally a DVD logo. So here's the thing. We can look and see when the last commit was on this repo. I do want to hold on to that. Nine months ago. So the last time I touched this was 9 months ago. I need to find it. Is it in Meetup Talks? No. I feel like I have a folder called Meetup. Name. Meetup. The find command is, can I do type D for directory? Cool. But yeah, shout out to Anthony's Writes Code. He's also a streamer, and he made this pull request. That's pretty awesome. All right, I'm gonna hide my screen for a second and find this directory. It's somewhere. I just gotta find where it is. My old machine? Oh, it might be. That's okay. That's the great thing about GitHub is I can just pull down my code. And well, the thing is I copied over all of my stuff. Oh, you know what? I think I know where it is. No, that's not it. Oh, he made it while he was streaming? That's awesome. Okay, I'm not even gonna worry about finding it. Here's what I'm going to do. Okay, this is definitely a learnable and clippable moment. So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my original repo, which is right here, DVD logo, and I'm going to just clone it down locally. Now, to clone it means to take this code that's up on GitHub and bring it down to my machine. Now, if I were a more organized person, I would know where this code already is, but I don't, so I'm just going to bring down what we have here. So I'll do git clone and then put that in. That's going to create a directory called DVD logo. And then if I go in there, this has our code. Now, this is a very basic static front-end application. I can just use something like light server to start it up, and that should start it. Yeah. I don't have to install any dependencies or anything like that. It's a super simple application. But you can see when it bounces, we see those scroll bars. Now, if I want to bring in Anthony's changes, what I can do is I can add his fork as a remote. So you can see right now I'm under his fork. It has his name, not my name, and DVD logo. And if I click right here, I can see this is the remote to his particular fork. So what I can do is I can say git remote add Anthony writes code. And I'll add that as a remote. And then I'll do probably git fetch. Git branch. How can I see the branches on his? Because he created his on a branch called patch1, and basically I need to get to that branch. And thank you, Alhira, for that follow. I probably do like git checkout Anthony writes code / patch1. Not a thing. All right. I need to Google it, or I need to quack it, DuckDuckGo it. Git checkout branch from remote. And thank you, Dr. Vim, for that hydrate. Stack Overflow. Git branch -a. Git branch -a-w. Okay, let's try it. So I have the wonderful chat here that can tell me what to do. You can also use Google. Oh. There we go. W does not equal W. Wait. Oh, VV. Ah. Is that what that is? There we go. Well, this is showing me origin master. I guess, how close was I to the? I don't want origin though. I want Anthony writes code, because that's where the one is. Was the command that I ran? Yeah. So maybe if I try -b. Anthony writes code, which is the name of the origin to his remote / patch1. There we go. There we go. There we go. The VV, I have no idea. We could look in there in the Git docs for it. But ultimately, this was the command I wanted. So the commands that I ran were git remote add. So we added the remote called Anthony writes code. Let me pull this up a little bit so you can see. So we add that remote, which means we can now pull from it. We said, hey, we want to get the code that Anthony wrote. And then we checked out that specific branch. So if I look on GitHub, his branch is called patch-1. And so now I've checked that out. And if we start the app back up, we should see when it hits the side. Oh no! Oh no! Did it work? I think it's very possible that the code didn't come down for some reason. Yeah, it's not there. Oh, I checked it out. All right, so I'm on this branch. Git pull Anthony writes code patch1. There we go. For some reason, checking out that branch didn't have the latest code on it, but when I run pool, that pulls the latest information from that remote and that particular branch. I know how to fix it, but I want to show that I can actually pull his code in. Yeah, so ultimately that brought in his code, and now if we refresh the page and restart light server, it should be fixed. Nice. Nice. So now that I brought his code down locally, I know that it works. And is it going to hit the corner? No, not quite. But that's great. And so we will merge it in. So over here, I can look under pull requests. I can see his pull requests. Again, I technically could have just directly merged it in, but it is good practice to run the code locally to make sure that it's actually going to work. And then under files changed, I see that's what they changed. That's great. And we're going to just merge this in. Thanks. Leave a comment. Merge it. Confirm. The PR that increases the chances of perfectly hitting the corner. I'm open to it if you want to send it up. Now, the interesting thing about this code is that I did this as a conference talk, and one of the constraints were that all variable and function names have to be named after a punk rock band. So if you look at the JavaScript, we've got the Sex Pistols, we've got the Ramones, we've got Screeching Weasel and Black Flag and the Clash. This is our collision detection function. And Green Day changes the color, and Bad Brains is our game loop. But that was the constraint. So when you look at the code, it's going to look weird, but that's why. What would happen if I changed that file in your master after he forked? GitHub might actually automatically close the pull request because they would see that there are no changes made. Or there might actually be merge conflicts. So if I went into the CSS file and I changed it to overflow scroll, and then I went to look at pull requests, it would actually say this pull request cannot be automatically merged because there are potentially conflicts. So that's what would have happened there. And what's up, Aaron? Welcome. Okay, I should deploy this. I'm going to try to deploy, so we get, and here's the other thing. If I now check out the master branch, and I do git pull origin master, because I merged his pull request on GitHub, when I do this, it's going to pull down those changes. And if I do git log, we should see that there's a commit by Anthony. Nice. And now I'm on the master branch. I'm up to date, all that good stuff. So here, I should try to deploy. There is a now.json. Let's look at it. Let's do this now. -- prop. But I think now changed their deployment stuff. I found this project. Do you want to link it? Yes. Nope. Deploying. Cool. So now, if you go to DVD-logo, when it hits the edge, no scroll. Yes. Awesome. Open source in action. Thank you very much, Anthony, for that pull request. And now if you go here, you can see it. And I don't have a font command, but if you do VS Code, yeah, if you go there, I link to my my font, which is called Anonymous Pro. And hello, Aaron. Makes sense. Welcome, everyone. Okay, so great work. We did at least one pull request. Let's find another. There was the React, and actually, it's actually really funny that both of these are the ones that got pull requests, because the Snake React one, this is the one I did at the conference the year before, and this was also the audience got to vote on what I was going to build and what the constraint was. But the constraint for this one was can only run the app once at the end. So this was a bit of a disaster. I mean, it wasn't a disaster. I coded the whole thing, and then I tried to run it at the end, and it was broke, and we were out of time, but it was fine. But it is a Snake game that we ended up building with React. All right, see you later, Tony Man. Thanks for hanging out. And Infected Node says, how to use Puppeteer with now. You technically can do it, but it's running inside of a serverless function, so it has a limited execution time. So if Puppeteer can't spin up in time, your function could time out. But it's possible. There are some examples out there with like taking a screenshot of a website using Puppeteer. Okay, but let's look at the pull request. Who's it from? You twitface. Fix the cell borders. The thing is, I don't think I ever deployed this. And again, I don't know where this is. We could do another find for snake. But I don't know if I even have this code locally. Quick stretch. See you later, Kivasho. Thanks for hanging out. This is a really weird octopus with the clapping. Cheers, Roy. Okay. Let's see what you did. Fix the cell borders. It's interesting that both of these contributions are just very simple CSS changes, but add some border to the grid and add some border there. After a quick stretch. Hey, I found it. I actually have it. It's called Live Snake. Yeah, this is it. So I can see that it points there. I haven't touched this in a long time. We can see the last time was October of 2018. So I'm going to go ahead and pull from master just to make sure that I have all of the latest changes. Yeah, cool. And then we can try to follow the same thing with this one. No, I'll show you it. I'll show you how it works. It's just a basic snake game. not white snake, but like a snake game. Install dependencies. It's a React app. So with this one, we voted at the beginning of the talk, what should I use to, or what should we implement? They had a choice between Snake, Minesweeper, and Tic-Tac-Toe. They chose Snake. Then we had a choice of how we should build it. They chose React. They voted on a browser API. We didn't have enough time. We didn't get to that. And then the constraint they chose was can only run the app once at the end. And then I was off to the races. I started to try and build this thing. And ultimately, look how many vulnerabilities it has. So I haven't touched the dependencies since 2018. And all of these vulnerabilities have been discovered on NPM. And in the modules that it's using. I'm just going to try to do a audit fix real quick, see if they can automatically be fixed. Some of them probably are not. Minesweeper is hard if you want to do it right. Yeah, probably. We would have to choose like a subset of the rules if I was going to do it live. Yeah, that's impressive, right? Was there a question? What do you mean? It fixed 1,762 of those vulnerabilities. Are you saying that on Twitch you did not put a question mark? Yeah, there's a question mark. What do you mean? The Yerba train. Oh, okay. Oh, you're asking yourself. Okay. Yeah, so there's still vulnerabilities. All right, I'm not going to worry about that. But that did change the package JSON. So I'm just going to say we're going to commit this and push it up. Fix some vulnerabilities in dependencies. Cool. So now this is interesting. I'm pushing this up to the master branch. Andrew has already made a pull request against that repo. And if I refresh, we should see that's there. But if we look at his pull request, he only changed a CSS file. So his pull request is still technically valid. It's going to check for compatibility. It still is because I modified some other file. His pull request only modified this one file. So I can still take a look at his changes. And so I'm going to pull in his remote just like I did before. The magic of three-way merging. I'll check that out. Remind me in a second. I'll check it out. Okay. We want to add a new remote. Get remote add. We're going to call it uTwitface, which is his name. And that's the remote. Great. Now, if we remember, we do get checkout -b uTwitface. which is the name of the remote, and then we actually just want his master branch. So when we looked at Anthony's pull request, he made the changes on a branch called patch1. These changes are on a branch called master. So I should be able to say utwitface/master. Cool. I do a get log. For whatever reason, it doesn't include those latest changes. So I'm actually going to do get pull utwitface/master. It needs to do a merge because there's a commit that I made before his, but that's fine. And then we can try running this. So I'm going to just do an npm start, I think. 3 coders united for this quest. 3-way merging was against old code. Yes. Thank you, Airfire, for that follow. Let me take a look at this. Would you like to run the app on another port? Yeah, let's go. I honestly don't know what you fixed because I didn't run it before before you changed anything, but it looks like it still works. And what's up, Storm? Welcome to the show. Oh man, you're really early. Well, you can hang out with us. And what's up, Moai? Thank you for that follow. But this is the snake game. This is what I built. And thank you, Andrew, for your contribution. I'm actually very curious what you changed. So let's look at it without their change. Let's kill it. I'm going to check out origin master, which should go back to the original. Wait. You're in a detached head. Get switch. There we go. So now I'm back on the original. We'll start it back up. Yeah, no worries, Pedro. I didn't know what it was in reference to. Oh, okay. So it looks like, yeah, the borders on the outside edge are thin. And that's what Andrew fixed. So Andrew made it so that the borders on the outside edge look the same as those on the inner edge. Yeah, okay. Okay. Very cool. So, kill this. I don't think I need to do -B if it's already local. Yeah. And this has the merge. And if I start this, then we should see the changes. Thank you, Schmur, for that hydrate. Yep. And what's up, Bob? Trolled. Cool. So, I don't have monster energy, and I need to go to bed soon. But yeah, the borders look great. Thank you for this, Andrew. So I'm going to go ahead and close this, and then I'll just merge their pull request here on GitHub. So we'll go here. Fix all borders. Looks good to me. Thank you. Looks good. Comment. And merge. Confirm merge. Cool. And then the next one, oh, yeah, we try to keep things pretty family friendly here. The next thing is Pixa. Pixa made a pull request. I believe it was Pixa. We'll take a look. But it's for the entropy chat app. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. So this is an app that we started working on Saturday, which was it's supposed to be a Discord clone. Right now it's very simple. You can go into the client, start it up. Clap. No, it's serve. npm run serve. This I think is just going to start it in the browser, which is totally fine. Thank you, Beastie Bananaco, for the Twitch Prime sub. I very much appreciate you. Those of you that are new to Twitch, and there are some people that are new to Twitch, Amazon Prime is a thing. click that link to learn more, but you might have a free sub just waiting for you. Jonah is saying, how to resolve issues related to indentations and spaces after raising a PR. Git always shows them as modified lines. How do we address this before pushing the code? The thing is, there should be, ideally, some sort of... thank you, Beastie Banana. Can I get a BLT sub? No. Ideally, there are some sort of code standards. So I'll show you in this particular repo. Let me close all this stuff. We need to get this going. Yeah, that's there. Look here. So in this repo, we have an ESLint RC. So ESLint is a code style tool that makes sure that your code adheres to a specific standard. And in this one in particular, we are extending the Airbnb rules. And the Airbnb has created their own set of rules for writing JavaScript code. And one of the things that they prefer is a 2-space tab. There's a lot of other rules that they prefer as well. So in this project, if I run npm run lint, it's actually going to run ESLint against the code base. And if it finds any errors, we're going to see that. So this exceeds the maximum line length. This has an empty block statement, maximum line length. Yeah, there are a few things that we might actually ignore, but we just started this project. We haven't like officially set up rules around linting and stuff like that. But when I'm inside of a JavaScript file, and I try to, I don't know, like indent this too far in, you can see that the editor has that squiggly line and it's saying expected indentation of 4 spaces but found 6. So ideally, if that project has some sort of linting rules or thank you, Alilius, for that Twitch Prime sub. I very much appreciate it. But ideally, yeah, if they have ESLint rules or JS hint rules or a prettier config, then you should be able to run an automated tool against this to fix any of that. So one thing I'll show you is, look, there's that error here. But if I run ESLint fix all auto-fixable problems, this can automatically fix indentation errors. So like it automatically knows how to fix that. So that's the main thing. If the project that you're contributing to doesn't have anything like that, then I would turn off any sort of auto formatting tools that you have inside of your editor. So if you go into your settings JSON, there are tools for auto fix on save or different things like that, or format on paste. I would disable those rules when you're working on that code, because otherwise it's going to automatically add like tabs and stuff like that. So there's a lot to that, but hopefully that helps. Yeah. 10,000 seedlings might use for a code review. Nice. How would I go about forking and working on a project that uses npm modules? So I actually just did that kind of without even showing it, but that snake one, the this one. So this was actually a React application. So in order to start it, I needed to install the node modules. So if you're contributing to a project that has node modules, typically the node modules are not pushed up to GitHub. Only the package JSON is. And that package JSON lists all of the project dependencies. So in this case, this depends on React, React DOM, and React scripts. So whenever I first started, I ran npm install. And that's basically all you have to do. So if you see a package JSON, run npm install, that's going to install all the dependencies. And then you can also look in the package JSON to see the scripts. And in this case, I wanted start, and that started up the React app. Yeah, that's mainly it. And of course, to do this, you need npm. I use a tool called nvm. It's Node Version Manager. And NVM allows me to install different versions of Node. They have one for Windows, they have one for Linux. But if I do nvm-l, you can see all nvm list. You can see all the versions of Node I have installed, but this is a new machine, so I only have version 14 installed. But nvm allows you to install different versions of Node, including different versions of npm, and then npm is the tool you use to install things. npm-i is the shortcut. You could also do npm install. Can I talk about rebasing a branch? I actually don't know what that means. I'm a professional developer that uses Git on a daily basis, and I don't know what this means. Oh, yeah, thank you very much, Alilius. Much appreciated. Thank you, Wonder Rabbit, for that follow. Yep. It's I don't know if you're joking or not, but it's true. If you have Twitch Prime, or sorry, if you have Amazon Prime, link it to Twitch, and then you unlock a free sub. And thank you, Beastie Banana Co, for that follow. You subbed before following, or maybe you unfollowed and then refollowed. I appreciate it. Some have 10 tabs open in the browser. CJ has 10 tabs open in the terminal. Yep, and I don't use any sort of like terminal window manager. I probably should, but I'm not going to. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was Alka. Alka's a legend. They posted that Minesweeper thing. When merge conflicts because code is changed on the same file, they use a rebase. Oh. Well, I've never run it directly, but I guess it's just kind of happened for me. Okay, what were we doing? So right now, so back to what we were working on. And thank you, Code Flunky, for that follow. Entropy chat. So this is a thing that we started working on Saturday, and Pixa has made a contribution that cleans up some of the ways that we're doing styles. So if we look at the files changed here in the pull request, you can see that in each of the view components, they removed the direct import to our variables SAS file. So they remove that, and they remove that, and they remove that, and then they just created a global config. So this is actually really convenient. So now instead of having to do this in every single component like I was doing, because I'm not super familiar with SAS, we just set up a SAS loader configuration that automatically adds the variables to every single, it adds them globally so that we can use them in any component and anything that uses SAS. So this is a really great contribution. And just like I did before, I'm going to pull it down locally and make sure everything still works. But we should be good to go. Emma Tug, thank you for that hydrate. And yes, this keeps it dry. So dry is don't repeat yourself. And by having that line to import the variables in so many different files, that's just more code to maintain. And so by making this contribution, they're basically making it so that the code is a little bit cleaner and easier to work with. Keep it up. Dry, but hydrate. I just got a large project where I'm going to need to outsource some of the code. How do I go about limiting access to only the parts the outsourcing team needs, but still allow them to understand the scope of their part of the project? It's a hard question. It's a very hard question. And it also depends on the code base. Like, is it split up into separate apps and modules that would allow you to just create like a Bitbucket repo and give them access to that? Yeah, that's tricky. If it's not, like, if they're technically allowed to look at all of the source code but only edit a small portion of it, that just comes down to whoever's doing the code review. So you can, I don't know if you're using GitHub, but different tools should allow you to do a similar thing. But inside of the repo settings, you can basically lock down branches. So you can add branch protection rules. And what we could do here is say something like, for the master branch, we must require a pull request before merging it in. We need at least 2 code reviews before we merge it in, and it must be reviewed by code reviewers. And we're also going to restrict who the administrators are who can actually merge those pull requests. So whatever tool you use, I'm sure they have similar ways of setting this up, where basically you can make it so that they are not allowed to directly just commit to the master branch. They have to open pull requests or merge requests, whatever tool you're using, whatever they call it. And that would prevent them from directly editing the master branch. And then you could have someone on your team that reviews that code before it actually gets merged in. If you're trying to restrict access to the source code altogether, that gets really tricky because you need to make sure that the app is separatable like that. I don't know. I thought about breaking it up into components. My issue is I'm worried about the outsourcing team stealing the code base. So you definitely don't want to show them all of the code. Yeah, you can look into something like it's going to take some work on your part to prepare the code base for that, but you can look into something like view component, something like this. View component, view create component library. Basically, there's a CLI tool that will allow you to create a component library with Vue, and then you could use something like Lerna, which is a monorepo idea, where you could have a particular sub dependency that is the reusable components, and then you bring those into the main project. You technically could also use something like GitHub packages. Do we see that here? No, I think we just saw it on like one of the repos. Like on a repo, you can actually create packages that are similar to npm, but it could technically be private if the repo is private. So you can make it so that those are a dependency in your main project. But yeah, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. You can link a folder to a GitHub repo and have only one folder open source. I've never seen that happen, but it might be possible. And 01 King, thank you for that follow. All right, what are we doing? We are going to pull in Pixa's code. And hello, Jorge. No worries. Thanks for being here. Yeah, it's a tricky business, and the thing is, like, if you really are that worried about keeping it protected, then you got to put the work in up front to make sure that things are structured in a way so that you can that the other team can collaborate and work on it in that way. But yeah, it's interesting that you have a pull request against your own repo, Pixa. Your images are optimized. That's pretty cool. Assets. I don't know how I feel about that though, because right now our assets folder has all of the original core assets, and then we might actually resize those. Yeah, I don't know. This image bot found your repo and made a pull request. Fixa. Regardless, that's the interesting thing about GitHub. So the repo that I was showing you, Entropy Chat, this is the main one. This is the one that we created on Saturday. This is the original. Pixa made a fork, and now some bot has made a pull request against their fork. Technically, Pixa could merge the pull request from the bot and then make a pull request against my repo to merge those changes in as well. Git is completely and totally distributed. It's pretty interesting. But okay. And thank you, Action Zombie, for that follow. Let me pull these changes in. So I'm going to do git remote add. Well, actually, I need to do it here, because this is the main repo folder. Yeah, only things on that particular branch, unless you merge that image bot thing, you're fine. You're still good to go. So we're gonna add Pixa there, and then what branch are you on? EC Global CSS. I want to copy. Oh yeah, here I want to copy that name, because then I can do git checkout. I mean, actually, I'll show you another way to do this, because I don't technically have to specifically pull their branch or check out their branch. I'm just gonna create a branch called Pixa code or Pixa changes. Pixa global style changes. So I am creating my own branch right now off of master. And then I could, because I added this remote Pixa, I could right here say git pull Pixa, and then the name of that branch, which is EC Global SAS. And what that does is it pulls all of their changes from this remote and this branch into my local branch called Pixa Global Style Changes. This is normally the way I do it. I've never really like pulled directly from a remote and checked out that branch, but we're doing that today, which is fine. Okay, so they made these changes. We're just going to start the app back up. This is fine. This is fine. Cool. So if I refresh the app, it still technically works. I'm going to assume that this code just works. I'm going to assume that they haven't broken it. Yeah, my backend isn't running. Looks fine to me. And mainly because I looked at the changes that they made. Now, there's another pull request that I'm not going to merge today. And I'll tell you why in a second. But yeah, it looks good to me, Pixa. So basically, each of the components is directly updated. And the other thing about like open source is you really want to review every pull request, because especially if people are depending on the project that you're merging changes into, you want to make sure that nothing breaks. And for now, it was a very simple change. And I mean, it seems to work. Like the landing page at least had the variables that were the primary color and things like that. So I think it worked. I think it's fine. I could also add my review here. This is the other interesting thing. If I disagree, I could add a comment. Like, what? And I could start a review. And then now I can add lots of comments. Who? Dino's pretty cool. I haven't touched it since the other night, but it's pretty cool. Okay. Stop that. Yeah, you're going to get like 3 emails. Cool. So that's the other cool thing about reviewing is I can add comments and all that good stuff. But I'm going to finish my review and I'm just going to say ignore all comments. And then I'm going to approve and then submit that review. So that's the other thing that I showed earlier is technically we could make it so that you cannot click this merge button. You cannot click this button unless you have the right number of approvals, but I think this is totally fine. We're going to confirm that. Find the right stable experienced outsource company. Yeah. That's from Majestic Eye. By the way, may I recommend implementing a Twitch command like working on that automatically responds to this type of question? I do have it, but I guess I got a little, I don't know. It says be here now. We're just here. Ultimately, if you look at the stream title, that's mainly what we're doing. But right now we're on the part where we are reviewing pull requests. I actually do have a working on command. Working on? Yeah, that works too. And I should update this. I should. I apologize if this sounds mean. Yeah, nullcons pointer says ship it. It's good to go. All right, that's merged. All right. And there is another pull request open, but I'm going to tell you why I'm not going to merge that right now. And this is an amazing contribution. So this entropy chat app that we were working on is an Electron app. And so Chris Michael Perez Santiago has opened this pull request to make it so that we can get automatic updates whenever the app is distributed. So eventually, once we actually make a real app out of this and people install it, we can make it so that the app auto updates when we push new releases to GitHub. Now this is amazing. They went from a template, but they've done it before and they have full documentation for everything that they've done. But if we look at the files changed, there's quite a few things changed. So for one, they created icons, which is fine. That's great. But then here's one thing you want to be very, very careful of when you're merging in changes into an open source repo, especially a node.js repo. They've made changes to the package lock. Now, they have technically added dependencies. So if we look in the package.json, there's a new dependency on AdBlocker Electron, a new dependency on crossfetch, Electron icon builder, Electron updater. These are new dependencies that are required for this code to work. And when you update the dependencies, that also updates the package lock. And the package lock is basically a way to make sure that when another developer runs npm install, they are installing the same versions of all of those packages. But as you can notice, that it says this is a very large diff, and it doesn't show it to me in the editor here. And if I click load diff, it's really, really big because all of those packages that I show each have their own dependencies, and then all of those things are going to be listed in here as well. Now, we can see that it's adding ad blocker, it's adding ad blocker content, and then it's adding those dependencies. So GIMP BMP, GIMP core, these are packages for working with images, GIMP custom, plugin blur, like these are a ton of dependencies. And so it's possible. Now, I am not at all claiming that that Chris Michael Perez Santiago has done anything malicious, but it is very possible that somewhere in this package lock, there is a dependency that is malicious, something that might try to slurp up my environment variables or do something bad to my computer. So I want to clearly and very methodically review this pull request locally, and also double check all of the dependencies that they installed. And what I might even do is start from scratch, install the dependencies that they have listed here, and then make sure that that package lock matches the package lock that's being requested here. So that's a little bit more work. Yeah. I guess that's true, Doc. I could reject the package lock. I'm actually okay with that. Discord has a massive list of open source library that it uses. Yeah, but the interesting thing about the package lock is you could technically list something in here that isn't a dependency of anything else, and npm would automatically install it, which is tricky because a lot of people just look at the package.json and they're like, okay, you only added these 4 dependencies, that's fine, but technically the package lock could be hiding dependencies as well. So you're absolutely right, Doc. I could actually ask them to change this pull request so that the package lock is not included, and then I'll generate it myself. And I might do that. But other than that, everything else they added looked pretty decent. Quick math, 9 times 6. That's the hard. I can never remember 9 times 6, 9 times 7, 9 times 8. 9 times 9 is 81. But there's a blank space in my memory. 54. Nice. I don't know how to do that. I mean, I don't have it memorized. And then also, actually, I do have a comment about this. Let's keep local storage, I'm guilty, around so that the user does not have to log in again. So that's my comment there, and then I am going to add a comment on the package lock that just says, let's see a commit without the look, there's a lot of changes. Let's see a commit without the package lock, and I'll generate it locally. Can you please remove it from the pull request, and I will generate it locally. Thanks. Add review comment. 54, 64, 72, 81. Yeah, and and Doc is making a good point too. Anything that is auto-updating and involves downloading and executing binary code is something you want to very closely review, because this, I mean, the app that we're working on here and that they made the pull request before, nobody's using it yet. It's totally new. We're just now getting started on it. But yes, like potentially if this was an application installed on hundreds of users' computers and I accepted this pull request, I could have potentially just accepted code that like installs malware on their computer whenever an update happens. Now, again, I'm not claiming that that's what's happening here, but you do want to be very careful with something like this. So I can click finish my review. I'm going to say request changes, see comments, and update. See comments. Thanks for doing this. Cool. All right, we got some follows. Let me acknowledge those. Are people doing times tables now? I missed a lot. Yeah, Cryophonic and the Doctor and Diesel and Acrylic Hercules. Thank you all for those follows. I appreciate you. Functions might get deprecated. Wait, what? Yeah. Oh, and there's another thing. So because I merged Pixa's changes first, and Pixa modified this file, now Chris's pull request is technically not mergeable and out of date because they made changes to this file as well. So locally, they'll have to resolve the merge conflict. I'm going to add another comment. Please merge with the recent changes to view.config.js. Git is easy, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of doctors in the chat. This is a very, very medical place. Cool. So that's it for that one. I think if anybody in the chat, do you know, is there any other pull requests I should look at right now? Otherwise, I think I'm going to go. Oh, this one. Well, okay, yeah. I don't know if this person is still in the chat. They were here earlier. Liquid Oxygen. But is Murdoch still here? Murdoch Turner. If you're in the chat, raise your hand. Avatar Test Day 2. Wait, is that a new one? wow, that's pretty sweet. Oh wow. Oh nice. Okay, so I actually did. I did look. Yeah, and both of you, Liquid Oxygen and Murdoch Turner. This is related to both of you. So Liquid Oxygen made the pull request. Murdoch actually created this repo initially, and they've helped me and made a few changes on it. But this is the repo that controls the alerts overlay. So whenever someone subs or gives bits, or I can do things like this, and it should pop up. Because it detected that I was saying things. Yeah, that. So this repo right here is for that. Thank you very much, Murdoch, for those bits. But you can see that the overlay shows the bits. So that's what this overlay does. And Liquid Oxygen has made a pull request that cleans up the code a ton and makes it so that potentially other people could use this project as well. So they make it so that everything is parameterized, and they create a config file. So we can see... Wait, is that it? Yeah, enhancements. Configure username and token, move sounds, set thresholds, move messages, generate messages function, replace my face with a more generic one. Majestic Eye with a gifted sub to Liquid Oxygen. Welcome, Liquid Oxygen, to the Coding Garden community. Welcome. Coding doctors. And good morning, Brady. Welcome. Could the real Slim Shady please stand up? It was my first real stream too. Nice. Welcome. Cool. Okay. Now, there's a ton of changes here. So if we look, 9 files changed, but it basically has changed the entire structure of the project. Now that's okay. I actually really like what you're doing here, because before it was kind of messy. Before there were like embedded HTML everywhere, and I talked about it would be nice to have like a function where you could pass in a username and it generates that, all that good stuff. And so you've parameterized it. You've basically made it so that someone else could come along and in this config file they can set up what all of their messages want them to be. Warm up your keyboards. Alerts are ready for action. That's awesome. You can have subscriber-specific messages, VIP-specific messages, and the idea here is that somebody else could take this code, change it to be more specific to their stream, and then use it as well. Now, Murdoch made this originally. I kind of want to talk to them off-stream to make sure that they're okay with a change like this happening. And then the other thing is I also want to make it so that... at least right now in the pull request, there's a config file specific for my stream, because otherwise I would need to go in and re-update the config file to include all of my specific messages that were in there before, and also have a link to an image. I just did that. Yeah, and that's totally fine too. The thing is, this is an open source project, so if you technically could fork it, and technically I guess you did to be able to open this pull request. So like if we look at your fork, technically somebody else could pull your fork and modify the config file and use it on their stream as well. And Code Show. Code Show is here. Welcome. Everyone should check out Code Show. They're a member of our Live Coders team. And thank you, Arkoch, for that follow. 00000. What's that about, Alka? Is that a table? I'm learning about databases recently. Do you polymorphic relationships much? I don't really know what that means, but maybe. No tables. Oh, you made a config for me? In a gist? Was it linked in the pull request? I guess I didn't see it in the pull request. Let me see. Ah, here it is. A gist with your new style config to get the messages and wording. Beautiful. So I like this. So this is basically what I had before, but now it's extracted the config. Awesome. I love it. I'll talk to Murdoch after. They haven't mentioned anything, so I'll make sure that they're okay with doing this. But I appreciate this pull request very much, because a lot of people, I don't know if there are any other streamers watching, but you could use something like this. You could add your own image. You could add your own messages. So whenever anyone that is a subscriber is in the chat, like says hello or anything like that, it actually acknowledges them. So let me do this. Is it stream alerts? Yeah. Here we go. Now, if any sub, if any mod, any VIP says something in the chat, it says hello. Oh, and Dr. Vim. Good night, Dr. Vim. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all the gifted subs, and thanks for all the bits. I very much appreciate you. I'm doing images tomorrow if you're up for waiting. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna wait to merge this because I do want to talk to Murdoch, and then yeah, if not, I may actually kind of like pick this apart and choose specific things for you to change, because here's another thing. This is a very massive change. This changes the entire code base, and it's better to have like smaller commits that kind of change one thing at a time. But I absolutely appreciate your contribution. We're gonna leave it open for now. But yeah, anytime a sub or anyone says hello for the first time, it does pop up there, which is pretty cool. All right, Andrew, I think said I should click pull requests. And thank you, Rangaret, for that follow. Wait, I have 2 pull requests and to learn Dino? Yeah, definitely Liquid. And I saw you on the Discord too, so I'll message you on there. Why are people pull requesting Dino? Add dnon configuration file. Ah, okay. So this is when I did a live stream where I was learning about Dino, and I couldn't get the nodemon thing working. AF unstable. Yeah, marquees definitely work. Yeah, so I guess that would work. I'm going to wait. I'm not going to merge this in directly because I'd have to test it locally. And then added MongoDB to CRUD dinosaurs. Ah, very cool. Allow net, allow write, allow read, allow plugin. That's a whole lot of allows. But this is actually really interesting. This is something that I really like about Dino, is it's very explicit about all the permissions that are required to run a certain program. With node.js, you would just say node and then the name of the JavaScript file, whereas this explicitly is telling me that it needs to do all these things, and I don't know if I want to allow that to happen. But it looks like they found the latest version of that Mongo client, which didn't work for us because it hadn't been updated yet, but they're taking that latest version that has been updated and works with the latest version. Okay, that's enough for pull requests. I'm done with that. What else did I say I was going to be doing today? Talk about the community app. I think that's the last thing I'll do, and then I gotta go. So, if we search for, on YouTube, Coding Garden Community App, Minesweeper. Oh, I'll look for it. Hello, Mark. We're just hanging out. We're in the oh, I didn't mean to search for Mark. I meant to search for Minesweeper. This one. GeoGuessr. No, I gotta go to bed. It's almost midnight. And hello, coding pasta. All right, there's 40 mines left. Let's go. 1. Welp. I don't think the blink tag works. Somebody tried it before, but for some reason it doesn't render. All right, spacebar to reset. 2. 2, 3, 3. I don't know how to play this game. 2, 1. Okay, I'm gonna go in this direction. 3, 1. Ah! Well, thank you, Cryophonic. Brave and lucky. Cool. Yeah, this is awesome, Alka. Is this all? Oh, there's some JavaScripts, some Sass. And it's just vanilla DOM? Or is it using Canvas? It's just vanilla DOM, looks like. Oh, it's Canvas? Interesting. Scroll to zoom. Oh, okay, yeah. This would be very hard to do with DOM manipulation. That's awesome. Whoa! Okay, yeah, that was awesome. I picked a good one. How about that one? How about that one? What about that one? Or that one? Oh. Writing an explanation on how to play this game. Yeah, the thing is, I still don't know how to play this game. I don't wear glasses, no. I have pretty good vision. Right click to mark the bombs. The thing is, I mean, there's probably a bomb there, right? That makes sense. And there's a bomb there, and a bomb there, and a bomb there. I don't know if I saw that Minesweeper kata before. Okay, this is great, Alka. Great work. Okay, but what I was going to mention, and see you later, a developer CR. Have a good night or morning, wherever you are. And Kocho did Minesweeper in Rust. Oh, very cool. I guess, what did you use to visualize it? I guess you create like a desktop application? Yeah. Cool. Okay, we are now going to talk about the Coding Garden Community app. Now, this was a thing that started a very long time ago. I mean, it had to be at least a year. At least a year? January 20th, 2019. Yeah, so over a year ago, we started this thing called the Coding Garden Community app. And you can go to github.com/codinggardencommunity. And the idea with this was that we would create an open source project that was very beginner friendly and noob friendly in terms of accepting contributions. And also, anybody that's new to coding could practice working on a team and collaborating and going to daily stand-up and stuff like that. So we started this, and we did a whole lot of upfront planning. And there's actually like a core team of basically like leads for front end, back end, and DevOps. And there are a lot of streams on YouTube where we were doing a lot of the planning. So in this meeting, I actually did a live stream with all of the initial members where we just kind of discussed the whole thing and planned the whole thing. And then I did a few streams where I was actually like working on the app. And you can see right here, there's actually this playlist for the community app onboarding. The other thing about being new to all of this is, as a new developer, you may not have been exposed to Agile or Daily Scrum, or working with pull requests, like all the stuff that I showed today. So I actually created these videos in a playlist that talks about, like, first, what is the community app? What is Agile? What are all these things in terms that we're using? How do you use feature branch workflow? How do you review a pull request? So I'll share this. But basically, we had this grand idea. We were going to make it so that people could collaborate and contribute. And the thing is, the project just totally lost stream. Now, it's mainly my fault. I believe, like, I should have set things up so that the apps were potentially already in the App Store, already deployed, kind of like ready for contributions, so that when people started contributing, it was already set up to keep those changes coming in and keep deploying the latest version of the app. So this kind of lost steam. We're not really working on this anymore, and I want to get something like this going again. We also have a totally separate Discord. So if you've joined the Coding Garden Discord, !Discord, you can get a link. So we have this Coding Garden with CJ. I'll mention right now, if you join this Discord, there are rules and there are things you have to do before you can get in. So be sure you check your DMs. Be sure you read the entire welcome channel. I know it's a lot of text, but we want to make sure that everybody that is in this Discord server is nice and wants to be there and follows all the rules. So before you can get in, you must read this entire welcome channel. But regardless, there is a channel for talking about the community app, and then we have a dedicated Discord server for the community app. So this is where the team would talk about front end, back end design, testing. There was a daily stand-up channel where people could post their stand-up updates. But like I mentioned, it's not really being used anymore. And I talked about in the general channel, for those of you that were working on the community app, I've left some comments in here on what we can maybe do next, and how we can manage things. But ultimately, over the next few weeks, I want to start to get this going again. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I want to, and we're going to figure it out. And ultimately, it is a good way for people to get started in contributing and using GitHub and stuff like that, especially if you're new to the industry or new to coding. So we're going to work on that eventually. I just want to put the idea out there, plant the seed in your minds about that thing, and also check this out to see what it was all about. And ultimately, I also created a separate app. So I think the thing about the community app was we started it in, I think, we started it in Vue Native, which is a wrapper around React Native. Yeah, I can show some screens. There's actually a whole design repo. But the other thing is we kind of had like technology paralysis at the beginning. We couldn't figure out what we were going to use, and we had a ton of meetings around that. I think we can look at the app wiki. There might actually be a design channel on Discord as well. And then I think eventually we converted to only React Native, but I don't know. It was a pain to work on, honestly. But I recently created just a separate mobile app outside of that using the Ionic framework. And it was really easy to get up and going. I didn't come across any issues. And what I might do is we might use that app, which is very simple and totally blank, as the basis for the next community app. Yeah, and I can show in the design channel, let's see. Yeah, so for one, this is the Coding Garden community logo. Let's see. Yeah, because we did have a designer. We had several people that were designers that came up with some like layouts. We talked about using Quasar and potentially doing like a mobile app. But yeah, whoever just ran that project command, we're kind of just wrapping up. Right now I'm talking about the community app. I think I still have that. Yeah. So this playlist talks about it, but ultimately it lost steam. It's not really happening anymore. And eventually we're going to get it going again. That's really all I'm talking about it for. But yeah, these screens were designed. The idea is it would be a place to see all of the Coding Garden videos, to look at frequently asked questions. You could see potentially there could be like a questions and answers section, and also push notifications for when I go live. Because I currently have an app that's in alpha that I send a push notification to whenever I go live, and the 50 people that have it installed actually get notified when I go live. Yeah. And so the stack for this, the backend was written, and I'll share the app wiki, and I'll share the organization itself, because we talk about the tech stack there, and then you can look at the repos. But the backend is node.js with a MongoDB, and the front end is Vue.js, and then the mobile app is React Native. There's that. Yeah. But I will most likely have a stream pretty soon where I get together with some of the project leads, and we might do like a project post-mortem. Just talk about potentially why did the project fail, what could we have done better, and then we could potentially launch the next iteration of the Coding Garden community app. Oh, nice, Brady. That's good to hear. Yeah. So that's another thing. I try to do a lot of stuff that just helps new people in coding get started. So I had this thing called the Seedling School. Where I created basically some project requirements, and then you can take those project requirements and attempt to make your own project. And then at the time, you were allowed to submit a pull request, and I would review them. I don't really have the time anymore, but yeah. I am not an ex-Googler, no. That's a term I've heard more in like agile training. And I've even heard that before a project you can also hold a pre-mortem, where basically you talk about all the ways the project can fail before the project starts, which helps you think about that and try to prevent those things from happening. But I don't know. We're going to do that. I think I'm done for now. I've been streaming for 2 hours and 45 minutes on a night when I normally don't stream. I appreciate you all. It's almost midnight my time. It's almost 2400. Yeah. Oh, nice, Roy. That's good to hear. And yeah, cool. Good to hear, Brady. Danke. Very welcome. Bitteschön. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Code Flunky. Thanks, Aka. Yeah. Oh, we made it. Though I need to figure out what we're gonna do for 5, 4, 3, 2. Doc. The thing is, this isn't gonna work in other people's channels. Oh look, it's 0 o'clock. It's 0 o'clock. Thank you, Roy. All right, I'm gonna go. We're gonna find someone to raid. I don't really know who streams this time of night, but we'll find someone. If you go to this website, I now get all the alerts when CJ goes live with his app, Twitch, email, my Twilio side of my bot texting my number. No excuses. That's funny, Doc. Yeah, and Doc has notifications just in the chat here. Doc, like I was testing some things and Doc was already here. They're like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" Wait, did I already share this? I don't think I did. Oh, I need to add a command. I'll add a command eventually. But if you are a sub, you can copy this raid message. And if you are not a sub, you can copy this raid message. It's emotes. Totally free. Emotes are free. Don't gotta pay for them. But yeah, I hope eventually once I get the app, like in the official app store, people can install that and you'll get reliable push notifications. The thing is, I am using Firebase, Google Firebase messaging, which potentially doesn't have, what do you call it? Reliable notifications? I don't know. I'm probably just going to have to implement something where I just go knock on everyone's door and tell them that I'm live. But, you know. There you go, no cons pointer. There you go. All right, I appreciate you all. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thank you very much, William Casey, for that Twitch Prime sub. I appreciate it. I gotta go. I hope you know that I am leaving. But I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Let's actually get some yerba drops. And shout out to all the people that supported me tonight. William Casey with the Twitch Prime sub, Majestic Guy with the gifted sub, Murdoch with 100 bits, Alilius with a Twitch Prime sub, Beastie Bananico with a Twitch Prime sub, Scarab with the gift sub, Dr. Vim with the gift sub, Dr. Vim with another gift sub, Mikey with the tier 1 sub, Dr. Vim with the 560 bits, Jorge with that tier 1 sub, Dr. Vim with 500 bits, Refactor with 100 bits, Great Dane with a Twitch Prime sub. When did all this happen? Wait, was this that long ago? No, this was earlier. This was earlier in the day. This is earlier in the day. But I appreciate you all. If you followed, if you are a mod, if you gave bits, if you subbed today, you're going to see your name in the credits, so stick around for that. And also join us in this raid. Share the love. I appreciate you all. But yeah, this isn't running right now, Doc. That's all. Alrighty. Wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And until next time, here's this.